All right, so let's welcome everyone to Choey and Chandler's The Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour. Welcome, Choey.
Welcome, Chandler.
Got it all over me. Now, anyway, this is the Festivus episode there, by the way. How's the holidays going for you?
Good, man. Being cold is like a little bit of a trip because usually it's warmer by now.
Hey, speak up a little.
Usually it's warmer by now. I'm just saying it's.
No, so every time people talk about two things, right? When people talk about temperature down here, because I lived in Illinois for 10 years, right? I'm like, yeah, you know what? No, it's not hot, but I don't think it like people freeze down here, but I'm like, it's not that cold, you know? I'm like, yeah, okay, but I will say that week of Thanksgiving, even the week after, it was like always dark and wet outside a lot, and I'm like, that just makes it depressing, you know?
Yeah, like that Thanksgiving break was definitely like I feel more out of. I don't have it. Whatever it's like, out of character for like the weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it was one of those like it was like, hey, it's sunny, back to work. And you're like, oh no.
It just got, because remember it was dark the whole week, and then at the end of the week, like a day or two, and it started getting sunny. You're like, oh.
You're like, oh, this is the exact opposite of how I would have liked this to go on. But I don't know. I guess because I'm not like the last few Christmases have always been like t-shirt and shorts weather.
So we've talked before. I don't remember if it was on the podcast, but we've discussed how when we were in school, remember, like it'd be like in the 30s for Christmas time.
Yeah.
But recently, like you said, it's like 50-degree weather, 60-degree weather.
Warm enough, and so now I'm just like, I'm sounding like a whiny baby going, it's cold, but I'm like, I'm just not used to being cold until like January, February.
I got kids telling me it's gonna snow. I was like, it's rare it snows here.
Doesn't it kind of suck whenever you get those like, oh, there's gonna be a chance of snow? I'm like, and you feel like like I don't want to go into the science behind it all, but at the same time, you just want to be like, that's not how it works. So you end up talking. So there's always a phrase of, it might come down, but it won't be good enough for it to stick on the ground. And they just look at you like they don't want to hear it. Like,
I like the people that are like, oh, it's supposed to snow today. We're still gonna have school tomorrow. It's supposed to snow like ½ inch. And it's like, what do you mean? Of course, we're still gonna have school. Why would we cancel school for that? That's
because everybody freaks out. Like they freak out when there's like too much. It's rain and it's flooding. There's flooding going on low water crossings. Like, do you live anywhere near low? Do you know where a low water crossing is? At all? No,
Me?
You can't pick one out, can you? Sorry. Like, yes, we're gonna have school. One person lives in a low water crossing way over on the other side of the district, and that's the one person we might have to worry about.
No, we all travel that way.
Yeah,
that's the route we take. So, we go all the way around.
It's raining so much. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Don't worry about it. It's fine. Like it's not. See how like there's no flooding. It's just drive, go, get to school. We'll see you.
All right.
Anytime there's bad weather.
Good job, Scrooge.
I'll just say it's all. Oh my! Like nobody's like, it's so hot outside. It's so hot. It's 110. Are we gonna have school today? It's too hot to have school. We shouldn't even have to. We have to go outside to go to the building.
You know what? And this is kind of like a side thing. What always gets me is like when it's cold or chilly, these kids show up with t-shirts, right? And I'm like, are you serious? And then it'll be 110 degrees out, and they're wearing a hoodie, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys got it totally backwards. Backwards, right?
And I don't know where that came from because I don't remember us being like that. I don't remember people being like that when we were kids. My oldest one is like that. And it's like, the other day it was like 40-something degrees in the morning, walks out, jeans and a t-shirt. Where's your jacket? Oh, I don't have one.
Was his hair wet?
Go get it.
Was his hair like soaking wet? Because every kids they'll show up to school and their hair's wet. And I'm like, you just get out of the shower? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, man, even I know not to walk outside.
You're like, you're not going to be at school.
With wet hair at that temperature, at this temperature.
And then like when it's like, I'm like, hey, it's going to be like 90. Jeans and a hoodie. I'm like, no, go take the jacket off.
And it's not just a hoodie. It's like a thick black hoodie. Black hoodie. They're always wearing like these thick dark hoodies. They're just going to attract more sun. I'm just like, I just shake my head.
And I get the whole like negative body image kids. Like, so like the kid that's like 400 pounds as a 10-year-old. Yeah, I can understand where they think that happens. But a lot of kids now, anyways, like normal body size, like not overweight, not obese, nothing. And it's like, dude, you look stupid.
In my nicest way possible. I'm telling you that.
I'm not gonna waste any more of my life or in your life, and you look like a moron.
All right, real quick. So let's go ahead and start. my first headline is obviously our break time. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
You found time to sleep in yet?
Dude,
No,
like
still?
the last 2 or 3 days have been awesome. Just
You've
awesome.
slept in?
Oh yeah.
What's sleeping in for you?
Sadly enough, 8 o'clock.
See, sleeping in for me is like 6.
I know. Like, I mean, I'll get up usually at 6. Like 7 or 8 is like is a sleep in moment. But like today, and it's not even like waking up. Like it's getting out of bed at 8. Like I might wake up at like 7:15 and try to like doze back off for a few, or and like I'm like, is it 8 o'clock yet? I'll roll out of bed,
Really?
which is crazy because like you think even when we were in high school, man, like that's like not even sleeping in for high school. Like sleeping in back in the day was like 11 o'clock in the morning. Like all of a sudden you're rolling out of bed because like you didn't go to bed till 3 in the morning the next
For
day.
you, for not for me. My dad was always like, "It's 7:30, time to get up," and I'm like, "All right."
Well, I mean, on Saturdays, yeah, you wake up because
No,
until I started working.
Any of my days off, my dad was like, he just walk in and it's like 7:30, get up, sleepyhead. And I'm like, are you serious? And I've never slept longer than 9. If I sleep past 9, it's because I didn't go to bed till like 6, 7 a.m.
No, I
like it's rare for me to sleep past 9. And actually, I didn't do it. I wanted to do it yesterday. I didn't feel like it. I wanted to do it today. I didn't feel like it. I have to do it tomorrow. I have to go in tomorrow. The science of reading.
Yeah.
I can only do it at school. I have to go in tomorrow and be at school for like 4 hours or whatever. I have to put in some nasty work. But I'm gonna start being sarcastic because we have to make all these discussion posts. I'm just gonna start saying like, "Here I am again on my Christmas break, writing yet another post that I feel like I've answered this question 100 times, but you keep wanting to ask it, so let's do it again."
You can't skip past those videos, right?
You can skip past the videos.
I would just with this discussion post make one of those things that's like really where it sounds like really like you're having an epiphany.
Yeah,
but it's super vague. I would do that whenever like
somebody told me
GT training type stuff.
Somebody told me I should just like type like 2 words, submit it, and then look at what everyone else said, and then be like, and go back and edit my thing. But oh yeah,
I've done that myself.
I just now I can click through it, but like every module has like 8 to 10 discussions, and I'm like, there's 12. I was thinking, I was like, dude, if there's 12 modules. If there's an average of 10 discussions a module, 120 discussion posts. Yeah, to make that's just,
and they put them in there.
That's insane
to make sure that you actually do them all, right?
Yeah.
How about instead of making sure somebody
just
does
busy
them all,
work?
How about you make it good enough and interesting enough to where like they actually want to do them all? Because then there's not this like, hey, let's make discussion posts to verify that you actually did what we need you to do.
You mean if the discussions were relevant, where like I got to see what you said and I made a response off of you?
Well, no, but I mean, like, so it's like one of those. Okay, you got a post, like you said, and then you can go and see what everybody else does.
Yeah.
But if you really want something like a training to be effective, like you want somebody to internalize that information, they need to you have to want to learn it, because if you don't want to learn it, then you don't want to do it. Therefore, you're not gonna really.
I've told you before, like part of it is I always say like this makes me sound communistic, but I was like, there's no motivation for me. My motivation is finishing it. I'm not learning anything from it. But when you add on all this extra annoying work, which I start every time, it always gets me too, is like, whoever created this course, they're doing the exact opposite of what they tell us teachers to do. Like, you don't just pound kids over with like tons of work saying, hey, if you know how to do this math concept with 5 problems, I'm not going to give you 50 for it like we did when we were in school. But that's exactly what this course is. They just keep giving you work after work after work. And it's like, oh my, it's just ridiculous. I cannot wait till it's over.
A lot of teacher trainings like that though, man. Like hands-on.
Yeah, this is
small group interaction, doing all this stuff. We're going to train you how to do this by making you sit by yourself and not talk to anybody for the next 6 hours. And you're going to learn how to make this interactive stuff. And it's like, can I ask a question? Why is it that you have to not be interactive when you're learning how to shut and just to be interactive?
I'm about to sneeze. I need a sneeze button. I feel it coming.
Achoo. Son of a...
all right, so another thing on my headlines, I was listening to episode 9 on the way up here, right?
Yeah.
And you were talking about drills.
Safety drills?
Yeah, you were talking about... No, we had joked about naps in preschool, right? In pre-K. And you said, hey, wouldn't it be kind of funny if there was a drill when they were taking a nap?
And
not for the kids.
Right,
not for the kids.
Outside observers, yeah.
But anyway, so we did a map test, which is just kind of like a assessment placement thing for math.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at it and go, oh, kids struggle in this area. We need to group them here. Smack dab in the middle of it. This thing, like, it's on the schedule, right? You know we're taking this map test. They pull a fire drill in the middle of it. I have my kids. I test like it's a star because I used to teach 5th and 3rd grade.
Yeah.
To where it's like, you're quiet. You don't get up. Like, if you need something, you raise your hand. But we're all focused, right? We've been taking that test like 30, 40 minutes. And they pulled the fire drill. And it's like, oh, kids kind of, get out of it, get in the line, right? They're a little crazy. When they get live, we walk out. We go do where we meet always. But when we come back in, obviously they're talking. The next 20 minutes, I kept having to be like, stop talking, stop talking. I have to take people's folders or whatever and tell them, I'll talk to you during recess if you want to talk. Now, all this nonsense. And the whole time in my head going, if they didn't pull that fire alarm, I don't have to deal with this. And I texted my teacher friends, and I was like, you know what upsets me the most? Because my school, 5th grade could do no wrong. Like, they don't screw 5th grade over. I was like, I can guarantee you, they would not have done this to 5th grade. And they're like, well, then no, you can't do it during the star. I was like, I'm not even talking about a star. I'm talking about, because they do a star prep test.
Yeah.
Like, they do like a benchmark. Just like, it's just a practice test. But it's like, they won't do it then? Because they're going to be like, oh, we can't disturb their concentration. I'm like, I'm with that, but I'm just thinking, why'd you do it to us? But so I was really upset that day. And I was texting teachers and whatnot, but
it gets my goat.
it gets my goat. But speaking of the testing, right? I'm like a yo-yo when they do the test, or when the kids, because it's like, I got my small group that pull at the table. These are kids that probably need stuff read to them. But we've told the other kids, hey, if you need the question read, raise your hand, come over there, and I'll read it to you. I had this one kid, and he'd raise his hand and go over there and talk to him, and he'd just point at it. And I'm like, you got to say the words. You cannot just point at it and expect me to read. You have to say, I need you to read this, please. Don't just, because he'll just point to it. And I'm like, look, you little.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
But dude, that day I walked 7 miles.
My bad for deaf people, even though you probably weren't listening to my podcast.
But you never know.
I'm still going to be sensitive to
that. Oh, see, now I want to tell a semi-inappropriate blind joke.
You know what's messed up? That I've never got it, and somebody tried to explain it to me, and I was like, that's still a crap explanation. I get Braille. I understand it. Do they have Braille on the buttons at drive-up ATMs just because it's easier and cheaper just to mass produce those? So like when you have ATMs that are walk-up ATMs, they got the same buttons?
Maybe.
Because the only explanation that anybody's ever given me is, well, because they sit in the back seat and somebody drives them up there. But then I'm like, what?
Maybe they need to put Braille on for the traffic lights, just to.
But you know what I mean? Like, what? No, like it just doesn't make sense. Like, they don't need to be Braille on the drive-up ATM. There's no blind person driving.
Hey, speaking of the traffic lights, though, people that are colorblind, shouldn't they be like? So, have you ever done Kahoot?
Yeah.
They have the shapes and the colors. Like, each color has a shape by it, right? And it's for people who might be colorblind. You pick that shape, right? Are they just thinking in a traffic light, oh, top light's red? People just got to know it's red.
You got to know in the order because it's
but if
top down, left or right. Because that's how, like with me being colorblind, like that green light looks white. And I don't know if it looks more whitish to everybody else, but that green, like, I've never once been like, that's green. Like, if I was to see that somebody wearing that color, I would think they were like glowing white.
Man. All right, you got any headlines?
Headlines, no, other than the fact that I'm super sad about this past weekend with the Cowboys, like that. Like,
all right, we'll talk about that real quick. Then we'll roll to these teachable moments. Hey, you know, Dax threw a touchdown pass to end the game.
That is true.
You can't take that away from him.
No, just teachable moments. I mean,
all right, you ready?
You would know that Mike McCarthy, being in this league for that many years, run out the clock. Don't throw the ball.
I think you would know, as a fan of the Cowboys, that Mike McCarthy is terrible at clock management.
But Jesus Christ. Anyways, no, go to like headlines. Don't understand how clock works, and it's still really mad. But
he keeps hoping it'll be different come playoff time. It'll be a different guy.
Well, I just wonder if
where the clock operate differently.
I wonder if
time will stand still.
If he just sits there and he's like, you know what, everybody's waiting for a run. The because it's going to make complete sense to
They're
do the
expecting it. Nope,
So,
not gonna do it.
I'm going to do this awesome play, and when it works, everybody's going to be like, "You're amazing," and it just hasn't ever happened.
All right, so move it on over. You're not bitter or anything.
Well, because now like Jalen Hurts is hurt. The Cowboys, had they won, would have been a game behind
instead of 3 games behind or whatever, right?
And if they were to win on Christmas Day
against Philly
or Christmas Eve, they'd have been they'd have closed that gap, and all that they would need is for Philadelphia to lose one more, and they would have been the number 1 seed. But hey, now we can go number 5 and play Tom Brady, and somehow Tom's going to come alive and whoop their butt.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. All right, so let's move on over to teachable moments with Chandler Bing. All right, so this teachable moment is really about not picking your nose. I gotta hope that you have high school kids they've kind of moved past that fad.
I mean, I've not seen anybody. Okay. I can't guarantee you though.
A couple of years ago, I had this kid. He hit another kid, right? So I messaged mom, "Hey, your son hit somebody else." So I had to write this for her, right? She responds to me. She's like, "Yeah, he did it." I talked to him, and he said he did it because they were making fun of him for picking his nose. I wanted to be like, that's the social cue to not pick your nose. You know, people are gonna make fun of you for doing it. But I got kids that are like just digging like half their finger up there, and I'm like, oh, go wash your hand. There's one kid like,
he's like, read this one to me. You're like, after you go wash that off.
Like he had like a big snot bubble, like a lot, and I'm like, dude, go blow your nose. Go blow him. I've seen another kid like just sneeze on his hand. And I was like, go.
You're getting a new worksheet there, buddy.
I'm all OCD about it. Come on, man. Go clean yourself up. So I gotta hope again that high school kids have at least moved out of that.
I haven't seen it. Now I'm gonna like one of those things like when you get pointed something out, then all of a sudden you notice it. Like when you see a certain car you like, and all of a sudden you start noticing them everywhere. Now I'm gonna watch out for like.
You're gonna go back and kids are gonna pick it, and then they're gonna stick it in their mouth. And you're like,
I'm gonna watch it lunchtime. Be like, who's picking their nose now? I got my eyes on you, children. Digging for gold.
You gotta watch them during lunch.
That's your job? Because we got nobody else to be like on lunch duty. So it's me, the assistant principal, and usually an SRO.
The whole entire lunch.
Yeah, I mean it's not horrible. Like they're great kids, so they don't do anything. But it's just one of those like.
Well, I mean, what your whole lunch is? 2 lunch breaks, 3 lunch breaks?
I made it 2 lunches so that way they could be more manageable because
it's an hour and a half almost.
No, I mean it's
hour 20.
It hits. So I do with a 45-minute period, and so one group goes to the lunch first, then does their class, and the other one does the class and then lunch. So
it's an hour and a half. Total
between the two, it was like an hour 15.
I'm talking about so lunchtime. It's lunchtime an hour and a half for kids.
No, kids are two 30-minute sessions. So you got
they only got 2 30-minutes.
Yeah, so you got group A goes 30-minute lunch, then 45-minute class. Group B has 45-minute class,
and 30-minute lunch,
and then 30-minute lunch. And the way they overlap, so you have like a 15-minute break in between.
That makes sense. All right, so that's it for teachable moments. Next, I say again. Now you will start thinking about that.
I will. I'm gonna like watch out for booger pickers.
All right, so
I'll be like, just check the security cameras like randomly in the hallways during class. Do I see a booger picker down the hallway?
You're like, why is that green?
What did you touch? What is that? It's paint.
It's like
likely story.
It's a hot dog with relish on it.
It is the.
What are you gonna do about it?
It is the art room after
Dr. Triviani. All right, so moving on to my what's trending. Class parties are over now. Yes, at least the holiday parties, the winter holiday party. I got lucky, man. I was listening to the episode again on the way over here, and I talked about it in episode 9. We did our holiday party at 1 to 1:45. I had 2 kids that were absent on that Friday, so I only had 19 total. And by like 2 o'clock, there was only like 7 kids there. So like 12. Yeah, so 12 left.
Bing, Mr. So-and-so, Mr. Bing.
And I was like, yes. And I was just like, now we had a lot of like snacks left over that were still like in packages. So I saved those for kids. A lot of times kids don't bring their snacks. We have snack time. So I saved some of those. But man, we had like 8 pizzas. We did a pizza party. And one parent, like 2 parents brought 2 pizzas, right? And then one parent brought 4 because he was worried about adults, right? And those adults didn't really eat that much. But I was like trying to give pizza away to kids. Hey, eat this pizza, drink this Kool-Aid, eat these cookies, because anything to like not have to take it home, you know.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I laughed, although it was kind of nice. One of the dads he kept telling me like, "Stop, we got this. You don't need to do anything." And I'm like, "I kind of do. I can't just sit here and do nothing." I mean, I was eating pizza.
Just let it happen.
I was eating pizza, but I was trying to like put trash away, and then I told him, and I felt bad. I told him, like, "Hey, we can't fill the trash bag. If our custodians don't want the trash bags to be full, because then it's hard to lift."
Yeah.
So I was like, "You can't fill them up all the way. You got to do like halfway, then we get a new bag." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "You gotta get half bags, man."
Yeah, because it's like the whole like 40 pounds or less kind of thing. But it is what it is.
Yeah, and it's because there was not as many kids. They weren't as hyper as they normally are. It was at the end of the day. So like people like kindergarten, first grade, they do their party like at 9 o'clock, and I want to see them walk. Well, I used to do it at 9 o'clock too, and I know the thinking that goes behind it. You're always like,
get it over and done with.
Yeah, get over, get done with. Maybe they'll go home. Plus, like depending on when your conference time is like so. My conference time was at 10. I was just setting stuff up. Like they were in specials, and I was setting anything up, and then like putting ice in an ice chest, and anything that had been donated, throwing it in the ice chest, and then a couple parents they came at like 12:15, 12:20, and and actually the one dad that came, he helped me. We were making ornaments, which is good because I was like, it was a lot easier for him to walk around and me, so just doing one person. Because I tell the kids all the time, they'll be like, Mister, I'm like, there's one of me, there's 22 of you. Y'all have to be patient. You cannot just be like, come help me. But parents helped a ton, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, but we don't. I'm not really seeing. I know in middle school like there was more Christmas-ish parties. They weren't as intense. But then high school, I've not seen any like that. Like no, they decorate. Everybody talks about it, but almost in like that tone of we should have a party. And then like subliminally trying to be like, and you should be the one that does it for us. And it's like, no, not gonna happen.
All right. My last part of my what's trending was the staff party. So we had our staff party on. It was the week before. I think it was the 16th. So the 10th. It was December 10th, right? And then no offense, man. So we went to Little Woodrow's, and then some teachers wanted to go out somewhere else afterwards, and I was like, well, no offense, is admin going? Because if admin's going, I ain't going. So I was like, I don't want to hang out with. And actually, our principal didn't go. She was the one I really wanted. The assistant principal, she was fine. But I was like, man, I do not want to hang out with our principal. Not when I'm out trying to have a good time. Yeah. No offense to you, man.
No, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, we don't work together, so it's not a big deal.
I understand. It's one of those, you don't want your boss to think differently.
Yeah, I mean, can see you getting lots and lots of drinks in you.
Making it super duper fun time, terrific happy hour.
Now, I have been at some of our Christmas parties, and then we'll go to after party later. But there was one Christmas party with two girls. They were collab teachers. They got trashed. And this is at the restaurant. We had the food and stuff with all the families and all the staff. And I'm like, man, I get you're young, but your boss is looking at you. And you got to have people drag you home. That's just not a good sign.
Some people can't grow. I mean, not that we've grown up 100%.
We have now, ish.
I would be willing to bet that if we were to go hang out for like 4 days straight, it would be like high school us all by the second day. Like if we had nothing that we had to go to worry about.
4 days straight, we'd get bored, man.
I'm talking like we go like, I don't know, somewhere fun like Vegas.
Oh, you're like, we're just watching TV. It's like, this is boring.
We're all 4 days.
When's it gonna be over?
Can I have the remote now?
I will add so
40. That sucks,
man. Well, we did hit up Stetson's though.
Oh yeah,
until closing.
Calabria and Gilbo or something like that, or Gilbo and something.
What did I say? It's Stetson's bar. It's the one by no, it's Bandera and 1604.
Okay.
By Silverado.
So whatever used to be like Cooter Browns or something like that, right?
Probably. I don't know. I was waiting in line to get water. right? And I'm not making this up. I drink a lot of water out there, or when I'm out. And there are two people behind me. This couple, this older man and his wife or whatever. And I forget why I just turned around and started talking to him. Right, just kind of say like, "Hey, you guys enjoy the night, enjoy the evening, ready for Christmas, holidays, things like that, right?" And he offered to buy me a drink, and I was like, "You know me?" He's like, "You sure you don't?" He's like, "Do you need a drink?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it." I was like, "I already got one because I just got a new one, but I'd gone back to get water." I was like, "I don't need another one, thank you." But I thought it was kind of funny. It was like he just met me, huh?
Want to take you home?
Yeah, it's swingers, right?
Just saying.
Just saying. When the podcast goes dark, right? Things just turn here.
Super fun time, terrific happy hour. After dark.
Pretty much.
Bow
chicka bow wow. All right, you got anything you want to add before we go to break, or what?
No, because
you're saving everything for your Chappinsness.
Yeah, mine kind of segues. That stuff kind of segues into the Chappin.
All right, let's go to break then. Oops, gotta hit stop though.
All right, guys, welcome back from the break, as we normally do. Here in the coming out of break, we have my awesome segment talking about what's going on in the world and what's kind of making me a little irritated. So we're gonna go and lead into our segment of what's Chappin Choey's. So in the holidays, in the spirit of our happy Festivus episode, Secret Santas.
We didn't do that this year.
We did, and I've never. I don't know if it's like not the spirit of the season or whatever, but Christmas as a whole kind of gives me anxiety because it's one of those things like that, especially at work. Because
you're one of those people like I gotta
when you
pay you back for how much I gotta spend this same amount of kind of money.
When you have a family, when you go to Christmas with your family, it's like moms, dads, aunts, uncles, nephews, cousins, whoever it is. Like I got to get something for that. You know who you got to get for. Like who's coming, who's getting. It's like even exchange. But for Christmas, it's one of those things that like, okay, you're at work and maybe you've had more of an impact on somebody than they had on you, or vice versa. Not saying that people don't have an impact on my life.
Did y'all set a limit? Like, hey, this is.
Well, no, I've never done Secret Santa just for that sole purpose. Like, I don't want to get in the process and engage in it more than I have to at work. And so I've never done it. Like, anytime you have sign up for Secret Santa, like, it's been I'm good, thank you. And everybody understands, they respect that wish. Well, this year, they made me the intermediary. So basically, everybody had to give their Secret Santa sheet to me. And then they ever had to come to me to get the Secret Santa sheet for the person who they drew. But no, they didn't think the process through enough to give me the list of who else has what. So for about a week, I was stuck with like 6 sheets.
I'm trying to think of the.
And so I'm like, I know that nobody's like prepping to get the gifts for somebody because they have no idea what they're supposed to get them because they have like the sheet that tells them what to get is on my hand.
I was trying to think of the Seinfeld episode where George Costanza's like, he didn't want to spend money because it was cheap, and he was like, a donation has been made in your honor into the human fund. I was like, couldn't remember the name. And then they gave him that $20,000, and he's like, hey, just donate to the human fund. He's like, what? No, we did White Christmas, and I had a couple people ask me. Now this, it's not about being cheap for me; it's about being lazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do it because then I gotta go to the store and I gotta buy something. I'm just like, nah, I don't want to do it. No. And then actually, we did at the holiday party. We did they did the White Christmas part to the side, and I guess like they brought a gift and they exchanged it. One of the teachers told me she bought like this portable speaker that I guess she found at like Five Below or something. Whatever it was, like it was really cheap. Yeah. But she's like, I really wanted this, and then someone took it. She's like, but
buy another one.
What they gave it? She ended up whoever took it ended up giving it back to her. So that's nice. Yeah, it's like I don't know if you ever watched The Office.
No.
They did White Christmas on there, and one of the employees, Kevin, bought he bought a foot bath, and he's like, I'm secretly hoping I get a foot bath. And he ended up taking the foot bath, and then later I was like, I wonder if I should have exchanged it for the iPod. It's like, wait a minute. No.
But the part that made me frustrated is somebody was like, well, hey, so-and-so's not getting their gifts. like, cause it ended up spilling into like the first week, like the week that it was supposed to happen. And so like whoever was supposed to come get the sheets didn't.
Uh-huh.
And everybody's like, well, what? You need to go give them out. I'm like, I don't know who gets them. Like, well, who else is it? And I felt anxiety because I'm like, I didn't want to put out like the announcements. Hey,
so they put you in charge, but you weren't.
I was like, I didn't volunteer. I was told, hey, just turn it. I saw, and this happened through an email. Say, so and so, just make sure you turn it in to Mr. So and so, and he'll distribute them. And I'm like, no, like,
the doc.
And so I'm like, well, no, but I'm like, whatever, how hard can it be? Like, you give me a sheet and I give you one back. Well, no, it became really difficult for like a week and a half. I had all these sheets that people weren't picking up. So, like, somebody just dropped theirs off. And they're like, my person's so-and-so. And I didn't have their sheet. And I'm like, how is this even mathematically possible that I keep gaining sheets?
You banging your head on the wall?
Well, I'm just like, dude, like, somebody's going to, and then somehow they're going to blame it on me. And I feel like they tried to. They were like, well, you didn't give out the sheets. I'm like, I don't know who they go to.
Did y'all have a holiday party?
No. But they ended up doing like their exchange like right at the end of the day.
The 16th, like the last Friday.
Yeah, like so after the kids because we did early out, and so after the kids left, then they did it, and then they got all mad because I wanted to do a quick faculty meeting.
They egg your car.
No, it was like 2 minutes. Just telling them to unplug everything and get everything done. That was another thing that irritated me. Is like, why do I have to have a meeting to tell you to turn it off and unplug your stuff?
Or they send us emails.
I did. I said have a meeting.
But I say when I gotta go in tomorrow, and after I do my stuff, that's what I'm gonna do is pull everything. Sorry. Hey. Pause. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into our joking with Jans. Hey, so I got a little slideshow here, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to read some stuff. There's going to come a point where I'm going to turn it over to you. Just because of one. I'll explain it more. But there's one I'm just going to let you read to yourself, not out loud. All right? But in the spirit of Festivus and the holiday season, right?
Yeah.
These are some examples. These are some letters that kids have written to Santa, right? And I thought, like, you might want to get a kick out of these funny letters, you know, since we're teachers, that they have written to Santa. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, so here's one. The first one. My dad told me about this guy. His name is Krampus. If you are naughty, you sigh, and then you say Krampus, and Krampus puts the naughty kids in his bag and takes you to hell. P.S. I had nightmares. So this kid. Thanks a lot, Dad. Dad scared his kid, right? Dear Santa Claus, I am so sorry of what I did in the past, and I thank you for the Christmas letter. I love it, but what I want for Christmas this year is $5.3 billion. Please write another letter this year. And they misspelled the word right. So I wonder if Santa was like, you're not getting your money. But imagine, I want money. All I want is cash this year, Santa.
If that worked out, geez, I would ask for him too.
5.3 billion. This is just. I wonder if this was you when you were a kid. Dear Santa Claus, when you poop, is your poop the color of holiday candies? Was that something you would have asked?
No, I don't know about that one.
Dear Santa Claus, you better bring me a pony this year, or there will be consequences.
Bring it.
Yeah, always threatening Santa. Is that a good idea? They obviously misspelled consequences though.
Close.
I mean, they had to be a little.
You know what's crazy though is the fact that like I know some adults that would be able to spell that right anyways.
Hey,
like just learn the squiggles again. That is an indicator that is not correct.
This made me laugh. You see this? Dear Santa, how are you? I'm good. Here's what I want for Christmas.
This is sends them the Amazon list.
This is the what do they call it on the website?
I think it's like their wish list.
Yeah, but it's like the website address.
Yeah.
But they wrote it in crayon.
Jeez.
It's like the the Seinfeld where Kramer was having those menus faxed to Elaine's apartment and she didn't have a fax machine. So all she got was that like
weird noises.
Weird dial tone. So it made me think of that. So we just send you this.
That's some dedication because that's a lot of letters.
Okay, this one I gotta zoom. I'm just hoping it doesn't cut the recording. All right, so this, if you zoom in, you'll understand it more. This parent told their kid, "Hey, can you please write Santa your letters?" And so they wrote their letters, A all the way through Z.
3 different times. Yep,
in first grade. So it worked, you know. Could have been instructions, just weren't clear enough for the kid, right? All right, I gotta zoom in to see this one. All right, so this is I guess this person decided just to ask, not for a list, but just send a lot of questions. Do you get paid? Do you have another job that you do for 364 days? When you deliver presents, do you eat all the cookies right then, or do you save some? How old are you? Are you getting paid to sit here and pretend to be Santa? This was kind of talking about a male Santa, the mall Santa. Will you bring me a bazooka? Have you ever or did you used to smoke? Do you drink? If you always know what kids want, what's the first thing on my list, Santa? How come you look different every single year? And the last one, I thought slave labor was illegal.
Oh.
The person was a little upset. And his last letter, I'm not even going to read out loud. I'll let you read to yourself. Because the obvious spelling errors make this sound a lot more inappropriate than they were probably intending, right?
That. Okay.
It's not how you spell rapping.
Not either. Not at all. Whoa.
Anything else you want to add for Festivus?
No, that's like one of those things. Like if I read that, I said before, I have that flaw where when I'm reading through somebody saying there's like typos and misspellings, like I can't focus on the content of the letter. All of a sudden,
typos.
I'm all, what is that? What's wrong with that? Why is this kid saying CPS report now?
Yeah, he's like, we're arresting you for reading that letter online. I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
No, I think that's it.
All right. Hey, I told you earlier, we're up to 100 Instagram followers.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I need to make some more shorts and put on there. Some more links, but I mean, I don't know if any of those people are listening to us, but it's nice that it's at least growing. So promote again our Choey and Jan, ChoeynJan on Instagram and Facebook. Feel free. Yeah, sorry.
Tweet us at Choey and Jan, again, ChoeynJan on Twitter.
Yeah, I will be honest that Twitter is less maintained than Instagram. That's all my fault. I'm looking for the intern, man. Hey, if nothing else, we'll see everyone best wishes for the holiday season, right?
Happy Festivus from the rest of us.
All right, it's a Festivus miracle that we're done.
All right.
Ding.